Two of the top teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will kick it away to start. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Newton. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. Pulled down for the tackle.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Texas! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. So here comes the Auburn offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, they're after him. It's complete on the right side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national.
Breaks into the open. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the
on
middle,
offense.
that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Best offensive lineman broke his collarbone in a sim game, so there's that. See how the guys hold up.
Try the outside to the left.
Wow.
And some room to work. There he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Threads it inside the 10.
Let's get it.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Newton. Safe completion on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Back to pass on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six. Now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer.
They're in 17.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right.
Not gonna block.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Texas! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
That's how we all bring it up.
And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for once.
He makes a catch.
I was there.
Got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such
catch
a
the
nice
ball.
job with his routes. He's patient,
Don't do that.
and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of
Don't do
balls
that,
on the
man.
ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just keep slinging it. And they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got his man on the right. He's loose. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown.
Go ahead and get home.
One of
Gotta
the
get
reasons
home.
this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Still just a 2-possession game. A lot of time to go as they try for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Here comes the Texas offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
To the air on second down. Lost one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Longhorns! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
I can't believe he pressed him.
This offense is so
I can't believe he pressed
him.
him.
They can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so
What you want me to
explosive.
do?
They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Golden.
Chill out, bro.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Dropping back, it's Newton. Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 15.
I took my boy.
Touchdown, Tiger. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American.
I think I get the ball back.
UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Tuber's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes a catch at the 15. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
This crowd knows when to bring it. He's got it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air, it's Newton. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Power football with the run. Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down.
Let's go.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
To the air on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense quickly calls timeouts to stop the clock. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking downfield very late in the half. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Longhorns will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the gun to give, looking for room. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
31, Auburn, 17.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Day. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes a grab on the right. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
I really didn't want to go there.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
D-back would have got through that faster.
27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Running back searching for a hole.
They
get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
Came back just at the right time, my boy. Hit that speed around the corner.
Will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So here comes the Auburn
Watch the flats here.
They're looking at
might be a run to the right.
There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. The defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. Maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires one high and deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up the yardage on the return. What a play there.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football.
See the right back. See the right back. See the right back.
His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot.
Let's go. That's a user.
Interception number 3 on the day.
That's user.
And he's gonna score.
Let's go.
The interception.
Say, let's get it right back. Get back in blood, bro.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is
3 picks, 2 touchdowns, 2 tackles for loss. This guy's playing insane today.
Plays, but they take the football away, and once they do, they've got better athletes than you.
Playing insane today. That is crazy.
Flip the game on a dime.
And for a quick update, let's let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UTSA has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American. You should know about.
Y'all.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Scenes. Pull the rock to try and get out of there.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Newton. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. Auburn lines up quickly. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They add on another score, and now that record goes so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
My kicker got the stop.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to the run.
Go.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. They're going to test the right side with this one. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They kick it away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll try to get outside. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
That's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He's got it, 1st down and more. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Got it. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30.
Let's go. Right. Single.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looks like the offense would just take a knee. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat.
GG's. Peace, Chuck. Peace.